Hello, good morning students. Welcome back to the 7th lecture of Maths of class 10th. Now in this lecture, we will solve exercise 1.3 question number 2. Now what is this question number 2? Question number 2 is that prove that 3 plus 2 root 5 is an irrational number. So for this, we just suppose the contrary things which we have supposed in root 5 or root 2. So proof it is, let us assume the contrary, that 3 plus 2 root 5 is a rational number. Now if it is rational number, you know that it can be written in the form of P by Q. Hence 3 plus 2 root 5 is equal to A by B. Okay. Now again by solving, we can write here 2 root 5 is equal to A by B minus 3. Again by solving, we can write here 2 root 2 is equal to B as LCM, so it will be A minus 3B. Okay, so again we can write here root 2 is equal to 1 by 2. This can be written as A minus 3B upon B. Okay, so here it is very clear that this root 2 is in the form of here P by Q, means you can write hence 1 by 2 or A minus 3B upon B is in the form of P by Q. Hence root 2 is a rational number. But here the fact we know that root 2 is irrational number, but we know that root 2 is an irrational number. So from this conclusion you can say there is a contradiction. So this contradiction has arisen because of our incorrect assumption. We have assumed here that it is a rational number. Okay. So here you can write hence this contradiction has arisen because of our incorrect assumption. Hence 3 plus 2 root 5 is an irrational number. Proof. Okay, so this is our question number 2. Now coming back to the question number 3, Question number third is that prove that these numbers are irrational numbers. Like now let's take the example, or let's take question number 3. Question number 3 is that prove the following numbers are irrational. So first option is 1 by root 2, second option 7 root 5. Okay, so these are the options. Now from this first we can, in this question also we have to take the same assumption. So for proof, first let us consider the contrary, that 1 by root 2 is a rational number. So if it is rational number, we can write this number in the form of P by Q or A by B. So 1 by root 2 is equal to A by B. So if we do the cross multiplication, we can get here 2A is equal to B, or we can write here root 2 is equal to B by A. Means here B by A means this is in the form of P by Q. So here we can write that this A and B are co-prime numbers. Co-prime numbers, I have told that whose HCF is found to be 1, that is co-prime numbers. So here it is very clear that root 2 can be written in the form of P by Q. So here you can write that B by A is in the form of P by Q. Hence root 2 is a rational number. But we know that root 2 is an irrational number. Irrational number. So this contradiction has arisen here. We are proving that it is in the form of P by Q. Hence root 2 is a rational number. But we know that root 2, according to theorem 1.4, root 2 is an irrational number. This contradiction has arisen because of our incorrect assumption, incorrect consideration. We have considered this 1 by 2 as a rational numbers. So here you can write this contradiction has arisen because of our incorrect assumption. So 1 by root 2 is an irrational number. In similar way, we can also prove 7 root 5 is also irrational number, and rest of the question 6 plus 2 root 3. Third one is 6 plus root 2 is an irrational number. So on the basis of the same, we can prove the rest of the two. So rest of the two you have to prove, you have to apply your mind and prove yourself. These two questions I am leaving for you to do as a homework. So coming to this question, now this exercise has been completed. Now coming to exercise 1.4, let us see. So exercise 4, there is one theorem, means regarding that if x is in the form of p by q, such that this q can be factorized in the form of, of 2 raised to power n and 5 raised to power n, or both. Okay, so the given number, means the number which would be given in the form of p by q would be terminating number. Okay, so this is our main trick. So in exercise we have to use the same thing, and if it is not in the form of 2 raised to power n or 5 raised to power n or both, okay, if some other numbers are coming like 2 raised to power n, 5 and 7 raised to power n, 13 raised to power n, so you can say that it is non-terminating number. So let's come to exercise 1.4. So exercise 1.4, let's see question number first. Question number first is, without actually performing the division, state whether the following rational numbers have a terminating decimal expansion or non-terminating repeating decimals. So question number first one is 13 upon 3125. So this is in the form of p by q. So I told that to find out terminating or non-terminating number, we first need to factorize q. Either this factorization is coming in the form of 2 raised to power n or 5 raised to power n, or both not. It should be either in the form of 2 raised to power n, 5 raised to power n, or it should be both. So let's see first 3125. So 3125, it will be divisible by 5. So 5, 6, 30, 5, 2 and 5, 5, it will be 625. Again, by this 5 can be divided. So 5, 1, 5, 2, 10, 5, 5, 25. Again, it is in the form, it is divisible by 5. So 5, 2, 5, 5, 5, 5, again 5, 1. So you can write here that this 13 upon 5 raised to power 5 means we are here getting 5 raised to power n or 2 raised. So this number should be either 2 raised to power n, 5 raised to power n, or both. Means either 2 raised to power n and 5 raised to power n. So if this is satisfied, so here it is 5 raised to power n. So hence you can say, hence given number is terminating because q can be written in the form of 5 raised to power n. Okay, here we are getting only in the 5 raised to power n. So this given number is terminating because q can be written in the form of 5 raised to power n. Now question number second of the same question, means option second. Here option second is second option is 17 upon 8. Again we have to see this 8. This is also in the form of p by q. So this q should be in the form of 2 raised to power n or 2 raised to power n, 5 raised to power n, or both. Means it should be 2 raised to power n, 5 raised to power n. Okay. So if this is satisfied, we can say again 8 you can take out prime factor 2 4 2 2 2 1. So here you can write 17 upon 8. 8 can be written in the form of this 2 raised to power 3. Okay. So 17 upon 2 raised to power 3. So it is a terminating number. Hence you can write it is a terminating number because q can be written in the form of 2 raised to power n here. Okay, so this is terminating. Now what is the condition for non-terminating? We can take one example for non-terminating. So let's see option number 3. So option number 3 is 64 upon 455. So again this we can take the prime factors for this 455. So if we take prime factor of 455, it will be divisible by 5. So 5, 9 and 5, 1. So again it will be divisible by 7. 7, 2, 7, 1 and 7, 3 are 21. Again by 13. So here, so this is in the form of 64 upon 455 is in the form of p by q. But here 64 upon q is in the form of here 5 raised to 1 into 7 raised to 1 into 13 raised to 1. So this does not satisfy for a terminating number. So terminating number should only consist 5 raised to power n and 2 raised to power n. So here hence you can write here hence q is in the form of 5 raised to power n and 7 raised to power 1 and 13 raised to power 1, which does not satisfy or you can write which does not fulfill the condition for terminating number. Hence, given number is non-terminating repeating decimal, repeating decimal. Okay, so this is condition for the non-terminating number. Okay, now some of the questions are given, so you have to now do yourself, okay, by just following the prime factorization method of cube. Only the cube prime factorization has to be taken. Now question number second is given. Question number second, write down the decimal expansion of those rational numbers in the question 1 is above which have terminating decimal expansion. So question number 2 is terminating decimal expansions. We did question number first, so we obtained first one, that is 13 upon 3125. We got second one, that is 17 upon 8, and we got third one we got as a non-terminating. So we don't have to write non-terminating numbers. We have to only take here the terminating numbers. Okay, so fourth can be also retained in the form of terminating number, fourth. So 15 upon 1600. Okay, so this, let us see 15 upon 16. First it is okay, so here 13 upon 3125 we have to divide over here so that we can find out that it is a terminating number. So 13 on 3125. So if you see, your dividend is much smaller than divisor. So first of all we will put here 0, then point. If you place the point over here, automatically you will get 0 over here. Again you find that divisor is much greater than this dividend. So again you will put 0. Again after putting 0, you have to also put 0 over here. Again you find that this 13 is smaller than this 3125. So again we will take 1 0. So 1 0 over here also. Now 3125 to multiply 3125. So I think it will be by 4 times. So 4 5 20. 4 2 8 plus 10 0, 4 plus 1 5, 4 3 12, means it is 12,500. Okay, now minus, so it will be 10, 10 minus 5, 5, it is remaining 0. Okay, again if we have placed point once, we can take 1 0 automatically. So it is 500, so it will become 5,000. So it will be 1 times. So it will be 3 1 2 5. You make minus. So it will be 10, 10 minus 5, 5. It will be 9, 9 minus 2, 7. This is also 9, 9 this is 9, 9 minus 1, 8, and this will be 4. So 4 minus 1, 4 minus 3 will be 1. So this is 1875. Again, this is larger, this is smaller. So we need to take 1 0. Once you have placed this decimal, we can take 1 0 automatically. Okay. So we have taken here 1 0. Now 3125. You just try to multiply so that you can get closer to it or exactly 1875 0. So 3125 by 6, if you do 6 5 30 3 12 15 5 carry 1 6 plus 1 7 6 3 18. So 1875. Okay, so this you are getting here as a number. So it will be 416. So your answer is 0.00. Answer is equal to 0.00416 is your answer. Okay, in similar way we can take here as 17 upon 8. So 17 upon 8, if we do this, if you divide it now, 17 8, so 8 to 16 point is there, so you will get 1, 8 1, 2 you will get, so 0, 8 2 16, 4 it is, so 8 5 40. Okay, so your answer will be hence 2 point. Your answer will be here 2.125. 2.125 is your answer. Okay, so by this way we can find out all those numbers which are having terminating, and then we have to convert those terminating numbers into a decimal numbers. Okay, in this way you can write. So rest of the questions you have to do. Now question number 3 is that given. Question number 3. Question number 3 is given that following real numbers have decimal expansions as below, and we have to find either it is rational and in the form of P by Q. So which one of you can write in the form of rational number and say about the prime factors of Q also. So question number 3 is there, and option 1 is here given 43.1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, so this is a number. So this if you remove, we can get here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, so this can be written in the form of P by Q, and this Q can be obtained in the form of 2 raised to power n. Okay, so here you can write hence the given number is a rational number rational number and can be written in P by Q form, and Q can be written in 5 raised to power n. Okay, so this given number is a rational number. Okay, so if you take the prime factor over here, you will come to know it will be in the form of 5 raised to power n, because it is multiples of 10. So 2 into 5, you will get 2 into 5. So you will get 2 raised to power n and 5 raised to power n, written in the form of 5 raised to power n and 2 raised to power n both. Okay, so this is a rational number. Now similarly, we can write here, question number 2 is given 0.12012000. So this is not a rational number, because it cannot be written in the form of P by Q, as it is not even a terminating or repeating even decimal number. So it is in the form of irrational number. So second question, second options in this is here 0.1201 202, then 12000. Likewise, it is increasing. So it is an irrational number. Okay. Third one is this, that it is 43.123 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So it is having recurring number. So this number can be also recurring means the same number is repeated again and again. So it can be written in the form of 43.1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 upon okay. So this here again, this here Q can be written in 5 raised to power n and 2 raised to power n. So it is a rational number. So it is a rational number. Now here our chapters are completed, means this first chapter is completed over here. So till then, you stay home, stay safe, and keep learning, keep practicing all these sums whichever is left, little bit left in the options. Thank you.